Welcome back to the Extra Time channel. As we take a look back at Khadija Bunny Shaw, yes, Manchester City star, the Reggae Girl star, there was an article that came out by the BBC with an interview by Khadija Bunny Shaw, and I'd like to share it with you guys. And also, she stated who was her idol growing up. You're surprised to know who that is, you know. But before I get into it, my viewers and subscribers, please remember to like, share, and subscribe, and hit that notification bell. So yes, everyone, as I said, Khadija Bunny Shaw, the famous Khadija Bunny Shaw, you know. Manchester City star Khadija Shaw wants to stay true to who she is and inspire young black girls to play football. The 27-year-old is a role model in her country, Jamaica, after impressing on the international stage and taking the Women's Super League by storm following her move to Manchester City in 2021. She was last season top scorer in the WSL as Gareth Taylor's side finished runners-up to champions Chelsea on goal difference. Her performance in the 2023-2024 season also led to her being named the PFA Women Players of the Year and the FAA Women's Footballer of the Year. When I look back at my childhood, Khadija said, I didn't really have a lot of people I could look up to apart from Usain Bolt, right?
Funny, you're a huge icon back home. You're obviously a massive role model as well for lots of young girls in Jamaica. Just how much do you feel that responsibility every time you put on the shirt that you are representing those young girls and you know they're looking up to you as a role model?
I try to be the best that I can be, and I hope that just by me trying to be the best that I can be, there's others looking on and say if I could do it, it's possible. So I think for me it's just focus on what I can control first and foremost and try to be the best person and the best player that I can on and off the pitch, and hopefully I can inspire a lot more girls back home in Jamaica.
Is that even more special to you to know that actually you're paving the way for other black women like yourself who want to break into the WSL and become an elite professional at the highest game?
Yeah, 100%, because when I was younger and when I look back on my childhood, I didn't really have a lot of people that I could look up to and say, apart from Usain Bolt, of course. I didn't have a lot of people to look where I could look on and say, oh, I want to be like that person's doing really well. One of the main particular, because I wasn't really allowed to play. But yeah, I think looking where the game is now and where the women's game is going, I think there's more room for that. And yeah, I think for me it's just being alive and being in the moment and just being and staying true to who I am as a person, and hopefully by me doing that each and every day, yeah, it works out in the end.
Here was our idol, Usain Bolt. No, not because she play football, she have to look up to a footballer as her idol. No. Sometimes even a movie star can be your idol, you know what I mean? Based on what they achieve in their line of work, you know, their accomplishment, you know, the way they present themselves to people. They're a role model, you know what I mean? Not just to movie stars, not because I'm a movie star, they are a role model to movie star. They are also a role model to other people, you know what I mean? Some people play football and them role model maybe be, their role model maybe be Michael Jordan, Kobe Bryant, Shaquille O'Neal, because of their achievements, their accomplishment, and the way they present themselves, you know what I mean? So her role model was Usain Bolt, you know, his achievement, 8, 9 gold medal at the Olympic, you know what I mean, and many other accolades, you know. So what better role model to idolize growing up at the time? And at the time when she was growing up, Usain was the man, you know what I mean? So yeah, she stated that when I look back at my childhood, I didn't really have a lot of people I could look up to apart from Usain Bolt, of course. Shaw, who debuted for Jamaica in 2015, told BBC Sports, I didn't have a lot of people who I could look to and say, I want to be like that person. One of the main reasons was that I wasn't really allowed to play football. Now, looking at where the game is and where it's going, I think there is more room for that. For me, it's just being alive and being in the moment it's staying true to who I am. Hopefully by doing that each and every day, it works out in the end. So yes, as I said, I've been watching Khadija from St. Diego days, mainly because of my youngest sister, Denisha Blackwood. Who some of you know that she's my sister, you know, the left back for Jamaica, the number 14, the one that died out her here now, you know, player of the game against Brazil in the females World Cup. You know what I mean? Yeah, I can remember when my sister was playing for Excelsior, Khadija playing for, I think it was Khadija last year. It was her last year in high school. My sister had her next year to go, you know, but she went to the final in the females schoolgirl league, you know, and Diego defeat them, you know what I mean? Diego beat my sister that year, and the following year my sister would go on and won it for Excelsior, you know. So she and Bonisha has that relationship from that final, I think, you know. And then again, they were part of the Jamaica under 17 coming up, you know what I mean, 17, under 20, under 23 to the senior team, you know what I mean. So I've been know about Khadija and her talent from high school, as she was my sister's best friend, you know. Growing up, she was my sister's best friend. My sister used to go to her house and stay for some time, and Khadija would come over to my mom's house in Corville, and they would she would stay there for some time. So her mom and my mom had a good relationship, you know what I mean. I don't know if they still do, you know what I mean, but I know back then her mom and my mom had a good relationship, and my sister and her was close friends, you know. Now fast forward all of that, now my sister she play in a couple other countries. She play in Czech Republic, she play in France, now she's in Mexico, you know. As we all know, Khadija to straight to England, where I think she grew up there for a couple years or so, something like that, something of that sort, you know what I mean. I think there's an interview came out where she stated that she was living in England for a couple years or something like that, but I know that she have strong background in England, you know what I mean, relatives and all of that. So Raheem Sterling was the one who introduced Manchester City in looking on Khadija, you know, and the rest was history, you know what I mean. So thank you for that, Raheem, you know what I mean, to give this girl this chance, you know, and rightly so, she take that chance with both hands and grab it, you know what I mean, and that's the right thing to do. When certain opportunity come around, you have to take it with both hands, you know what I mean. You never know when it's gonna come around again, you know. And look what she's doing right now. She's creating waves. She's creating waves like the ocean, you know what I mean. Yeah, so yeah, Khadija, congratulations on everything that you're doing. And as I said, I can remember you from St. Diego High School, you know, playing against Excelsior High School in the females high school football competition, you know. And you're a big talent from back then, and still now you're more mature, you have improved a lot, you know what I mean, and everything. But the relationship between she and my sister, I don't know how far that goes right now, because there was a time when we all know Mr. Vin Blaine, you know what I mean, one of the founder of Harborview Football Club, of my club, you know what I mean, playing for Harborview from under 14 come straight up to the senior team, you know. Mr. Vin Blaine gave a lot of us ideas and a lot of ways how to position yourself on the field and what to do without the ball, what to do with the ball. So these girls, because I can remember from way back when, way before even my sister was even way younger, they even know she gonna make it in a football. Same with Bonnie Shaw, when Vin Blaine was coaching the female girls team with Peter Gay. Peter Gay, that's Luton Shelton younger cousin, you know. Peter Gay, and you have Plunky, that girl from South, you know what I mean. They were massive talent way before Khadija Bonisha came to the forefront and Denisha Blackwood, you know. Mr. Vin Blaine know how to nurture these talent, you know. So Bonisha came along and my sister came along, and Mr. Vin Blaine take them under his wings and nurture them, you know what I mean, bring them to the forefront, and then all of a sudden everybody started turning for Mr. Vin Blaine at the time. So I don't know why that is or what happened, but at the time the Reggae Girlz was campaigning that Vin Blaine maybe cannot take them to the next level and all of that, you know, and there was a bag of chaos going on within the camp. But I never heard my sister came out and say anything about Mr. Vin Blaine. So I don't know if that's what caused the relationship to dent between she and Khadija. I know they are still friends, you know, because they are still a part of the national program, but they are not strong friends as they used to be, you know what I mean? And my opinion is maybe because of the Vimblaine incident, when they were all campaigning for Mr. Vimblaine to be pushed out of the national program, you know. And you never hear my sister came out in no article stating that, oh, Mr. Vimblaine cannot take us to the next level or anything. So I don't know if that's what caused the relationship to them between she and Bonisha, but I know they are still good friends, you know. So yes, as I said, Khadija Bonisha in that article, you know, stated who was her idol growing up, Usain Bolt, you know what I mean? And Usain Bolt is a lot of people idol, you know what I mean? Not just Khadija Bonisha, not just track and field people. He's a lot of people idol. He's idol for dancehall artists, you know, reggae artists, you name it, you know what I mean? He's really an inspiration, you know, and for his achievements and his accomplishment and everything that he has gone on to do in the sports. What better idol to idolize than Usain Bolt at the time, you know? So well done to you, Khadija, you know, for looking up to Usain Bolt for inspiration and all of that. And I just want to say we love you as Jamaicans, you and Denisha, you know, continue to do what you guys are doing, continue to make us proud, continue to make your family proud, you know, and continue to be a role model for the younger ones that are coming up, because I guarantee and I know that there's a lot of young girls out there want to be like you, want to be like Denisha, but they don't know the hard work that you guys are putting, you know what I mean? Now they have to do the same or even more, you know. So as I said again, well done to you, Miss Shaw, and congratulations. Continue doing what you're doing, you know. So yes, everyone, my viewers and subscribers, I hope everyone is good. Hope everyone is safe out there. We see each other again soon.